This is part 3 of how to approach women. In case you're wondering what I'm doing my nails, okay? My nails needed some refresh. So I gotta pick up my kids from school, so I gotta hurry up, okay? This doesn't mean that I'm gonna rush the information. I really want you to have tools. Before I even start, can I talk to you about something? I was thinking about this and I'm like, I gotta say this. Can you please be careful of who you're watching on YouTube? Be careful what kind of content you're consuming. I'm seeing a lot of you guys are watching these like big time podcasters who have like this big platform and they preach a lot of like negativity. They're preaching how the state of women these days. They're making it seem like there's no one out there that's good. They're making it seem like women are entitled, women are, sorry, how do I open this? I think it's glued together. 1 second. Oh, that hurt. I had to use my teeth. But they're making it seem like women these days are like literally useless. They're making it seem like all women are entitled, we want your money, they're out there sleeping around. They're just like making it seem like there's no one out there for you. It might as well stay single for the rest of your life. And I'm seeing the comments, people saying like, women these days are stupid, women these days, and you know what's sad? I'm seeing a lot of the comments on these videos are men who are declaring how they're gonna stay single for the rest of their lives. This is sad. You sure you want to stay single for the rest of your life? Don't you want a family? Don't you want like children? Don't you want a legacy? Don't you want like love in your life? Like, don't listen to these people. They literally will keep you single, lonely, and bitter. You see a person preaching all these like stuff, look at their lives. Are they in a relationship themselves? Are they like married? Like, what are they doing? Who are they bringing on their podcast as examples? Just be careful who you're watching. Okay, you know what? Enough ranting. So if you came on my content, you saw my first and second part to this video. I'm basically gonna tell you some like advice on how to approach women, because I know you want to get off the apps. Don't lie to me. I know you want to get off the apps. I know the apps are not doing you justice. You know you're a good person. You know that you have a lot to offer, but so you want to develop the confidence to just walk up to women that you see that are attractive and you want to talk to them and get their number and see where it goes. I'm here to give you tools. I'm here to give you some confidence, okay? If you haven't seen the first and second part, like I said, go and check it out. But today we're going to talk about a few basics and some guidelines. What I did is I wrote down like some notes. I actually am taking this seriously and I want to make sure that this summer you find your girl. This summer is going to be a hot guy summer. Is that a term? I don't know. Take a piece of paper and write this down, or write it in your notes, okay? Because it's going to be a lot of information. Ready? Let's do it. First thing, leave your house. I know it sounds basic, but like leave your house. I don't know about you, but I'm a homebody. I don't like to leave my house unless I have to. But you have to, because you're like now taking this seriously. You're not going to just sit there on like your phone scrolling on profiles anymore. You're going to leave your house and you're going to go for what you want. When I say leave your house, I mean stop ordering from Amazon. You need to leave your house now, because you're going to find your wifey out there. I'm not going to lie, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. When I was at the stage where I was single, I had to start leaving my house more. I had to go to the mall and find items in person. Leave your house. Stop paying at the pump. You go inside the establishment. Stop, ordering the food on drive-thru. Go inside. You need to get off your headphones. Get off those little earbuds, because you look busy, you look unapproachable, and like you just look like occupied. Stop texting in public. Stop being on your phone because you have nothing to do. Stop walking on the street with your head down on the way somewhere. Start being present. Start like making eye contact. We covered that in my other video, but start making eye contact now. Now you're gonna leave your house. You're always gonna be kind of like, don't be that guy that's like thirsty, always looking around, because there's a look to it. I remember I went to the gym, and I go to the gym at the exact same time every day, and I see the same people. One time there was one guy that was new, and the way he was like, you could tell he was just looking for the next girl. It was very like obvious. Practicing hi to people and making small talk, but don't like be looking around, who's the girl coming? Don't do that. Just notice your surroundings now. Just notice who's where. There may be a person that's always been around you that you've never noticed before until you actually paid attention. So you need to start being present, being in the moment. Number 2, this is gonna sound very basic, so don't get offended, okay? But stay ready. Always have gum in your pocket. You don't want to be at the moment where you're going to approach somebody and you feel like, oof, I need to be more freshened up. So always have like gum, mint in your pocket. One thing women notice, and I know it's very, very small, but they notice the fingernails. They notice the fingernails. A lot of women, they notice like fingernails when they're like very long and dirty. So always keep them clean and short, okay? Once again, I don't want to offend you by saying that, but like sometimes it's like something that you overlook because life, right? But like women notice little details like that sometimes. And I know this sounds like very basic as well, but always like look somewhat presentable. You don't have to dress up, you don't have to look nice all the time, but if you're coming back from work, if you're coming back from like a job that's very physical and labor, just always have something extra in your backpack that like you can change into so that you always feel comfortable. You know, fresh breath, fresh t-shirt, like you just feel like always ready to meet a person if you have to approach. So like I hope I don't like get roasted for this, because y'all do that in the comments. You don't want your like the way you look for that day to disqualify you from like one day meeting a woman and she sees you looking a little rough, you know. It's very important that you have like those little basics out the way. So let's talk about times when you do not want to approach a woman. I know you might be like, I know this, but you'd be surprised, okay? You'd be surprised. Do not approach a woman if you are in your car and she is walking. It's very scary as a woman. I'll give you a story. One time I was coming back from work, I was dressed up from work, and I was standing at the bus stop waiting for my bus to get home, right? And it was like raining outside, it was a little dark. So I'm looking out the shelter waiting for my bus to come. So then as I'm like looking out, this car drives past me, does a U-turn, and then comes back around and drives past me again. So then the person puts their window down and they're like, hey, do you need a ride? So I'm like obviously a little freaked out because it's like dark outside and this car is in front of me and there's no one around. So I back up and I'm like, no, thank you. The person gets like so mad. They start like saying, oh, well, you didn't have to act that way. And start like saying all these mean things, and then they drive off. I know that this man was being nice because he sees me in the rain, he sees me dressed up, so he wants to offer me a ride. But just security. If a woman is walking and you want to appreciate the beauty, don't shout any type of compliments. Don't stop your car and start trailing her. None of that. Number 2, I would not advise for you to approach a woman when she's working, because you'll see some women that are very beautiful. They're cashiers, bank tellers, waitresses, and you may want to like talk to her. But number 1, she probably gets that a lot. Number 2, it's not a good look on you because you're just a number now. And 3, you may not get the most genuine like conversation, because when you're at work, you're professional, you have to be polite. If you're talking to a woman and she's trying to practice good customer service and you're trying to ask for her number, either she may be like no right away so she cannot have her coworkers notice, or 2, you may get a fake number, or 3, right away you may just be like that creep. But here's the thing, if you see this woman often, she works in the same building as you, then wait for her to be on break and then maybe say, hey, like I've noticed you around and I just want to say hi. So don't be that guy that's approaching a woman at work. Now, if you're noticing that there's like a vibe because they're conversating and she's like starting to lean and she's just getting comfortable, then maybe say, you know what, like I know you're at work and everything like that, when are you off? Ask questions about when she's off. Don't do it when she's at work, because it's not a good look for her, it's not a good look for you too. And okay, this one might be a mixed one. Okay, this one I might be wrong on. If you're a woman watching this video, let the men know in the comments what your thoughts are, but I will not approach a woman at the gym. And the reason why is because a few things. Number 1, a lot of women are there to work out and they're like focused on their workout and they want to go home. They don't want to be approached by guys. Number 2, a lot of us, we're not like comfortable. We're all like sweaty. We're not dressed our best. We just like are uncomfortable, so it's like not a good time. And also, if it doesn't work out or if she says no, you have to see the same person over and over again. And that's very, very awkward. I remember at one point when I was single, I was approached by this guy at the gym, right? And I wasn't interested in him. And the reason why is because he was way older than me. And so he like talked to me for a bit, and I was trying to be polite and like try to like show him I'm not interested, but he wasn't getting the signs. So he gave me his phone number. So then I'm like, okay, thank you so much. And I took his number, but I never called him. So then I had to see him all the time. And the first few times, he kept on asking me like, oh, you never called me. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I forgot your number. I had to make some dumb reason why I never called him. And eventually it just got awkward because I just never called him and I kept on seeing him. So like, don't be in a position where like you talk to a woman and then something happens and now you have to see each other all the time. It's not a good place. But I find like if you do have like a gym crush, like you guys see each other all the time, you see like little smiles between each other, maybe approach her like after the workout and like talk to her at the vestibule, but just talk. Make it like a slow build. Just wait for you guys to build some rapport first, and then you ask for the number. That's my personal thoughts. But some women have like gym crushes and they want the guy to approach right away, but like I don't think it's a good idea. But that's my thoughts. Some women have like RBF face, which is resting B face, resting bitch face. That means that they look very unfriendly, and when you make them smile, they look like so nice. Just be aware that sometimes a woman will have that grumpy face, but then when you make them like smile, they'll be like their face will light up. So don't be thrown off by like that face, okay? Sorry in advance, my daughter's like crawling around here. I just picked her up from daycare. A lot of you guys have been asking about like, you know, what are signals that she wants to be approached and everything like that. How do you know she's interested? Generally, there's eye contact. She will send you signals. She will like look at you at least once, look back, and then she'll look at you and smile. That's usually like the come talk to me, okay? Sometimes she'll like look at you and she'll play with her hair and follow you with conversation. Sometimes what she'll do is that she will stay put, because sometimes you guys, what you'll do is you'll walk around and you'll kind of gather like your courage to talk. So you'll just walk around and like we could see you. We've been taught to like be aware of our surroundings. So we're waiting for you. So what we'll do is we'll just stay put till you come and talk to us. So sometimes if you see a woman just sitting there a little longer, if you see a woman standing in the same spot for a long time, she's waiting for you to make that move, okay? Another thing too is sometimes like she'll just like look at you like this. Like imagine you're here and she will like smile at you like this. That's a little corny, sorry. She'll smile at you from like the eyes like that. If it's a cold approach, sometimes you have to take the risk. And the way she reacts to how you talk to her will tell you everything. So if you say hi to a woman, or you say, hey, my name is da-da-da, and you see that she's starting to kind of like close off, her arms are going like this and everything like that, you can tell that, one second, I gotta check. So if you end up approaching a woman, okay, and you see that her body language is kind of like going like this, and she's starting to kind of like turn towards you like that, like turn away from you, she's not open to talking to you. But if you could tell that she's kind of like leaning back, and she's kind of just like looking a little shy, like rocking back and forth, you can tell she's playing with her hair, she's like into it, and that's when you continue the conversation and hopefully ask for the number. Look on YouTube, like the prank videos. Like, you know the prank videos where guys pick up women? Go on these videos and watch the video on mute, and you'll be able to tell based on the body language, you'll be able to tell like the interest of the woman. So sometimes what you could do if you want to do a cold approach is you can walk up to her and say, hey, I'm sorry, are you busy right now? And if she goes like, no, go ahead. That's like, okay, go ahead, talk to me. But if she goes like, I gotta go. That's like someone that's not interested. But you know what? What I did is I did some market research. I asked one of my women group, and I'll post it in my community page. So you go check that out. I'll show you actual like screenshot of answers. I asked them permission, by the way. I usually don't monitor the comments. You guys are a little reckless sometimes. But if I see some like trend of questions, I will answer it. But meanwhile, I hope that this summer is your summer. I hope that you find your girl. Please have that confidence to walk to a woman. Like, just take the chance. Yeah, hope it helped. See ya.